Hey friends, Janelle Moss here, Emerald Brand Ambassador. And I just want to say good job for joining and making an effort to come on tonight, take time out of your day, making this a priority, and do some learning. And for those of us who have been in this a while, this might be a little bit of a refresher. I kind of wanted to gear this a little bit towards new sharers because I feel like we need some videos in our arsenal to share with people when they begin. And one of the first things that came to my mind about what I wanted to speak to new sharers about would be expectations. What do we expect in this business? Because I feel like when some of us start, we expect certain things, and then maybe if things are a little different or don't exactly match what we had in our minds, then we tend to be disappointed. And so I kind of want to just speak to that. I don't want people to feel let down or unprepared. I mean, we can never be fully prepared for what life is going to bring us, right? But just a couple things that I thought might be helpful. And honestly, if you're in a season of your business where you feel like you're either starting again or things have been slow for a while and you really want to kick it into gear and press that gas pedal again, this might be helpful for you too. So, anyway, that being said, I want to say whether you just enrolled as an ambassador or you've been doing this for a while, um, but maybe are beginning to dream again, or you're just dipping your toe into sharing. Um, this what this business could mean for you and for your family, if you're dreaming of that again, or you're just starting to dream of that, I want to say welcome to this call because truly you do belong here. And so I want to start by recognizing something actually very important. So you need to know that you did not just happen to be here or stumble upon this, okay? You are not here by accident. Know that. And in Proverbs, in chapter 16, verse 9, it says, "A man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps." So we fully believe that He directs us into the opportunities that bless and grow us. And so we are here because God directed us to be here at this point in time. And that means that this business, your business, is not just about gut health, commissions, or rank titles. It is about becoming more confident, becoming more consistent, becoming more courageous in your voice, becoming healthier, becoming someone who inspires others to take a step toward change. And so tonight, we are going to talk about what you can expect on your business journey. Nothing negative or scary, but the truth in a way that is hopeful, hopefully empowering, and real. Because if you know what to expect, you can walk it out with steadiness, peace, and joy. So, number one, if you're taking notes, the first thing to expect is to grow. And here's the catch: to grow before you see results. So, one of the biggest surprises for new business builders is that the journey doesn't start on the outside. It actually starts on the inside. Think of this business like planting a seed. How many of you have gardens or are farmers? Think of it like that. So, when a seed is in the ground, the very first thing that happens is root growth, right? So, all the activity, all the strengthening, all the development is happening underneath the surface. So, nobody walks out to their garden, plants a seed, a tomato seed on a Monday, and then stands there on Tuesday saying, "Well, where's my salsa?" Like, that's ridiculous, right? But in network marketing, so many people plant a seed. right? Maybe a few conversations, a couple of posts, sharing their story. But then they panic because they don't see any fruit yet. So, if that's what you should not expect, what can you expect? So, expect to strengthen your roots first. What does that mean? That means expecting to learn. Expect to get more confident in your talking skills. Expect to grow consistent in daily habits. Expect to get better at following up. Expect to let your belief grow deeper. You will always produce fruit, but usually after you've developed your strong roots. So that was number one. Number two, what can you expect? Expect to feel excited and sometimes unsure. That's okay. So let's start off by being real. I always want to be authentic and give it to people straight. So we all know starting something new always comes with mixed feelings, right? Anytime you're a new parent, a new spouse, any new role you have in life, you start a new job, that comes with mixed feelings. This is no different. So the excitement is real. You're fired up, you're dreaming again, things are fun, but then your brain starts to whisper, can I really do this? What are people thinking about me? What if I'm not good at it? And guess what? That is so normal. And it means you're human. Yay. But it does not mean that you're not cut out for this. Because guess what? Most of us were not cut out for this when we started. So picture this analogy. When you first walk into a gym or have taken a long break from going to the gym, everything feels awkward when you start again, right? You don't know what weight to grab. You don't know how long you'll last before you peter out, and you wonder if people are watching you, and you just kind of feel embarrassed. But after a few workouts, the gym starts to feel like your place again. Your strength increases, your confidence increases, and you start seeing results gradually, and then more and more. Well, as you guessed it, your Plexus business is the same way. So expect some newness, expect some butterflies, expect to grow into it. But also expect that with consistency, you will become more comfortable and more confident than you ever imagined. That was number two. Number three, expect people to be curious before they commit. So this is kind of a big one for new ambassadors. Nobody likes to feel ignored, right? But here is the truth, and it's good truth. Most people are watching you long before they will commit to Plexus. Just like you probably watched someone before you ever bought your product. Sometimes we call it the warm-up period. So it's the same reason that you don't walk into a store and immediately grab and purchase the very first item you see, right? Who does that? No. You look, you circle around the store, you check the price, you think about where you'll put it or what you'll match it with when you wear it. And sometimes you even leave the store, but come back later. So people need time, not because they're ignoring you, not because they don't like you, but because they're human and they're just thinking about it. So what can you expect? Expect them to observe you first. Expect them to watch how you are feeling on these products. Expect them to notice your consistency. Expect them to watch and see if you're still excited 3 weeks or 3 months or 3 years from now. And when they see you staying the course, that's what's going to build the trust. So what's your job here? Stay the course, show up with joy, share your story, and love people where they're at. You're planting those seeds that will eventually turn into a harvest. Number 4, expect wins, big and small. So here's where things get fun. You will have moments that absolutely make your day. Maybe it's a message from someone whose bloating has vanished, someone whose energy has come back, someone whose clothes fit better, someone that's finally sleeping or finally smiling again. And you will also have business wins. Maybe a new customer, maybe a really nice paycheck, maybe you reached a new rank, maybe a team member who surprises you in the best way. Expect wins, celebrate them, share them, be excited, but also expect the smaller wins, the ones that nobody cheers for. Things like doing the reach outs when you don't feel like it, just taking your products every day consistently, posting even when your hair isn't perfect and you don't feel beautiful, reading or listening to something that grows your mindset, being brave enough to share your story. It's very important to remember that those small wins are needed in order to create even bigger results. All right, number 5, expect relationships to grow. This business is not about chasing people, and it's not about how many customers we have. It is about helping people, and we say this all the time. But by helping people, you will make new friendships, strengthen new ones, strengthen existing ones, discover people who need hope, find people who were praying for exactly what you're offering. And so expect beautiful conversations, expect divine appointments, things that only God could ordain. Expect Him to bring the right people at the right time. Number 6, expect this business to change you for the better. So people often come to Plexus for their health, right? But most of them stay for who they become. So if you're new and you're listening to this, you can expect that you will become more confident, more disciplined, more bold, more faith-filled, more resilient, more compassionate, more empathetic, and more positive. More you, the you that God actually designed you to be. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7 says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." This business really actually does draw that out of you. It strengthens what God has already placed inside of you. Number 7, expect to win if you don't quit. So this is not about perfection. This is about persistence. The people who win are not the fastest. They're not the loudest, and they're not the most talented. The people who do win are the ones who keep showing up with a genuinely happy heart to serve others. So remember, you don't have to sprint. You just have to walk forward. This business works for anyone who works it with consistency, with belief, with excitement, and for anyone willing to be coached. Get that? Willing to be coached and do the things that their uplines recommend. So friends, I want you to know that you are capable. You are. You are here with this company in this moment because God put you here. You are ready for for such a time as this. But are you willing to endure the seasons? God doesn't bring us opportunities to tease us. He brings them to grow us and bless us. So expect good things, expect growth, expect transformation, expect joy, expect impact, expect to inspire people, expect God to meet you every step of the way. But expect these things, and this is key, in His timing, not yours. Not your spouse's timing, not your upline's timing, God's timing. And even when that looks much differently than any of those people I mentioned above, and it will look differently, then expect the unexpected. So link arms with us, friends. With this team, we are a community that believes in staying positive, speaking life and truth into each other, and building something beautiful side by side together. You are not doing this alone, and we are walking this journey with you. And I hope that helps with some of your expectations. Thanks for joining us, friends. Have a great night.